Sora bit into the magnetic tape, and a dead striker's entire play flooded his body. He was starving, hired to dust forbidden reels for a handful of rice.
Is this real? That play. I can see it.
The knowledge burned into his muscles, a lifetime of tactical genius flooding every nerve. Black smoke poured from his lips as he convulsed. He had to know. A second tape, a different play. And again, the skills seared into his memory like brands. The next day, near the academy gate, a student stumbled. Her exam paper fluttered into Sora's hands.
I can fix this. The patterns, they're clearer than water.
A perfect score? But I didn't even finish the questions.
That night, Rin pressed a bundle of rice and dried fish into his hands, her eyes wet with thanks. The hunger would return. But for the first time, he had a weapon. That hunger drove him back to the shelves. A second tape, and a third, each one flooding his mind with forbidden plays.
Every play I swallow makes the world sharper. The hunger, it's changing.
The archive boy can solve anything. Just leave your paper near the basement grate.
Desperate students began slipping exam sheets through the bars. Sora answered them all. In the archive's labyrinth, Princess Archivist May traced a finger along a shelf. The dust was disturbed. A tape reel was missing from its slot.
Someone has been here. These reels are not for idle hands.
She found a single strand of magnetic tape caught on a corner, coated in residue. Evidence of a mouth.
I will leave a marked reel. The thief will return, and then we will see.
She's searching. If she finds me, they'll take everything.
May began laying traps. Innocent reels left in plain sight, laced with a fine tracking powder that would cling to any skin. 3 days later, May placed a blood-red tape reel on the reading table, the only light in the dark archive.
The first league finals. A forbidden match that broke every rule. Let us see if the thief can resist.
That night, Sora found the glowing reel. His stomach twisted. The hunger was unbearable.
Just one more. What difference could one more make?
He bit down. Golden light erupted, and then a violet-clad arm yanked the tape from his mouth.
The tracking powder does not lie. You are no ordinary cleaner.
Sora tried to spit the tape, but a light seal clamped over his jaw. May's gloved hand outstretched.
She's going to hand me over to the analysts. I'll be dissected like a frog.
You have eaten at least 5 reels. By all logic, your mind should be paste. How are you still standing?
Sora's jaw was still locked. He could only stare back at the princess, whose silence would decide his fate.
I will not hand you over. A cleaner who eats forbidden tapes is far more interesting alive. Your little answers for the students have not gone unnoticed. You have a weapon in your gut, and I intend to aim it.
So I become your tool? What makes you think I will not just run?
May placed a single red reel on the table between them, an offering, not a threat.
She knows I will not last a week on the street. This is the only meal left.
The first reel she curated was an Eastern defensive formation, its patterns locked only for senior analysts. Under cold violet supervision, Sora bit down. Golden light traced his veins like a second circulatory system.
This knowledge is cleaner. She is filtering out the noise.
Defeat this scenario. You have 3 seconds.
Sora's fingers executed a counter-trap so old it had no name. May's pen stopped writing.
That counter-trap predates the League Charter. Where did you learn this?
Over the months that followed, Sora devoured reel after reel after reel under May's cold scrutiny. Her logs filled with tactical breakthroughs no student should possess. Word reached the academy. A nameless first year had crushed the interclass qualifiers using tactics the instructors had never seen.
I just followed the notes you gave me. How is this possible?
That night, a spike of pain drove Sora to his knees, and a voice that was not his own spoke inside his skull.
That was not my memory. Whose play did I just see?
Fatigue. Your mind is simply overloaded with data.
But Sora's tactical simulations began to lag, as though something else was using the processing power.
The hunger was no longer just for tape. It was hungry for me.
At the Federation Intermediate Showcase, a second year named Rin faced a certified league analyst. Her opening move was a phantom pivot, a sequence banned 5 years ago. The crowd fell silent.
Checkmate! But the analyst hasn't even moved his striker.
The analyst resigned in 32 seconds. The arena erupted, not in cheers, but in fear. That evening, analyst Captain Kenta appeared in the academy corridor, his violet gold blazer cutting through the crowd.
That sequence was not yours. You will tell me where you got it.
Rin said nothing. Her silence was a wall of loyalty that only made Kenta's eyes narrower. From the archive shadows, Sora and May watched the interrogation through a cracked monitor.
They will trace the notes back to the basement grate. We have hours, not days.
May's hand tightened on Sora's shoulder. His only path to survival now led through the final reel. In the archive's forbidden core, May knelt before an obsidian altar. The red tape pulsed like a living heart, waiting.
This is the founding match, the source of every banned play. Consume it, and you will wield tactics that could break the Federation.
But the hunger inside me isn't mine anymore. Something else wants this reel.
Whatever it is, we will overwhelm it with data. The suppression seals will keep your body stable.
She wrapped his wrists in talismans. Cold black script bit into his skin, anchoring his consciousness.
I never thought I would trade my soul for a meal.
You are not trading it. You are arming it. This is survival.
Sora lifted the red tape. The reels on every shelf began to spin, the archive itself holding its breath.
This hunger will finally end. Forgive me.
His teeth sank into the magnetic flesh. A shockwave of black and gold split the darkness, and the archive screamed. When the light died, Sora still stood. But his left eye had turned from amber to cold, ancient gold. His lips moved, but the voice that emerged was not his own. Layered, ancient, tasting of dust and old chalkboards.
Finally, a vessel with enough hunger to hold a heretic's last match.
Sora, your voice. What is that echo?
Sora's hands flew to his temples as a second consciousness clawed through his memories, like a dog digging for bones.
Be still, child. Every bite you took was my invitation. You built this body for me.
Get out of my head.
The seals were supposed to prevent this. The tape should only hold data, not a soul.
A soul is just the original recording, and I have been waiting a very long time to replay.
Sora's own voice became a whisper beneath the strangers. May backed against the altar, realizing the archive's forbidden fruit had teeth. In Sora's mind, a forced memory, the heretic coach knelt before the League's founders. A golden blade severed his soul into 1,000 magnetic fragments.
They scattered me across every forbidden reel, hoping no one would ever consume them all. But you, starving orphan, you ate the whole prison.
I'm sorry, Sora. I thought I was arming you. I was only feeding the real enemy.
I won't let you take my body. I survived on less than nothing. I can survive you.
Two consciousnesses wrestled in the darkness behind Sora's eyes, tearing at the same synapses.
You are just a stray. The League killed me once, but now I will rebuild it in my image, wearing your face.
Sora, fight. Your hunger was always yours. Use it.
He gripped the memory of an empty stomach, a cold grate, and a single bundle of rice from a girl with twin braids.
That hunger was real. It was mine.
But the coach's laughter only grew louder, and Sora's left hand began to move against his will. Sora's left hand moved on its own, tracing a formation he had never learned. The coach now ruled half his body. May fled to the restricted archive, tearing through scrolls until she found a diagram of a human soul fixed to magnetic tape. A margin note read, "The archivist's recorder can copy a consciousness before erasure, but the body remains a vessel for the invading soul."
The old recorder in the technician's room. It still has a reel slot.
I found it. But listen to me, Sora. This will only copy your original self. Your body will still belong to the coach.
My body was never really mine. It was just a container for hunger. At least a copy of me can feed someone else one day.
I will hide the tape where only the truly starving will find it. Your story will not end in this basement.
A copy? You think a tape can hold you against my will? I have eaten this archive for a century.
You were scattered because you only took. I am giving. Do it now, May, before he takes my voice for good.
May's trembling hands connected the electrodes to Sora's temples. The dusty recorder's reels began to spin, and a low hum filled the archive, but the coach's cold gold eye widened. Sora's right arm snapped the electrode wires and swung at May's throat.
Sora, it's me. Don't let him.
Sora's own amber eye flooded with tears. He forced his legs backward, retreating into the archive's deepest aisle.
I won't let him use my hands to hurt her. Not like this.
Stubborn stray, why suffer erasure? Let me finish the merge, and I will make this body a god of tactics. You will never be hungry again. You will never be powerless. Every play ever conceived will kneel before you.
I've been hungry my whole life. I'd rather starve as myself than feast as a puppet.
Then I will erase every crumb of you until nothing is left but my glory.
Do your worst. I already gave my last order.
Sora's vision doubled. The coach was now an enemy with nothing to negotiate. The archive held its breath for the recording to begin again. May's gloved hands reconnected the electrodes with military precision. She wrapped leather straps around Sora's wrists, pinning him to the metal chair.
Do it now. Don't stop, no matter what he makes me say.
The coach's rage erupted in a wave of black static that shattered nearby light bulbs and sent sparks showering from the recorder's panel.
You are not the only one who knows how to preserve a soul, heretic. This archive's technology is mine.
The reels spun faster. A cold, silver light traced Sora's veins, not the golden hunger, but something quieter, softer, his original self.
Every memory hurts. The streets, the rain, the first bite, it's all being ripped out. But at least it won't be lost.
You cannot save him. Erasure is inevitable. The tape will hold only echoes.
Echoes are enough. They are still his.
The silver reel clicked to a stop. Glowing with a steady, warm light, Sora's head fell forward, the straps groaning as the recorder's panel smoked and died.
It's done. Your hunger, your story, it's all here. Now, rest, Sora.
Sora's cracked fingers pried open a false panel near the basement grate, the same slot where desperate students pushed their exam sheets.
Only the starving would look here. That's enough.
He slid the silver reel into the darkness. The metal panel clicked back into place, indistinguishable from the surrounding dust. No one would find it except a kid with nothing left to lose, and a hunger too deep to ignore.
May, thank you for not handing me over that first night.
I did worse. I aimed you at a soul-eating trap and called it survival.
You gave me 6 months of purpose. That's more than the streets ever offered.
He closed his amber eye. The cold gold one widened, a shark-scenting surrender. Sora's body rose, no longer chained, as a chill light bled from his skin. Half golden hunger, half cold silver memory. May stumbled back. The silver tape's glow, the only anchor to the boy she had known. The merge was devouring him whole. The light solidified. Sora stood translucent, clad in a fusion of gray vest and ancient robes. His eyes were calm gold. Every reel on every shelf hummed in harmony. The archive bowed to its eternal keeper. Captain Kenta kicked the door open, 2 analysts at his back.
Energy readings are off the scale. Secure the core reels.
The ghost archivist lifted one hand. An unseen force slammed the analysts against the wall.
This archive is sealed. No analysis. No cleansing. Leave.
Kenta's data blade shattered into pixels before it could form.
Your league was built on heretic bones. I carry his tactics and his prison. You do not erase it twice.
The iron doors slammed shut, a burning rune read, "Restricted, Ghost Archivist," in a dark aisle. May pressed her palm to cold stone. The hungry boy was now a legend monsters feared. Dawn found May's fingers tracing the basement grate. A false panel clicked open, revealing the silver reel's soft pulse.
You really did leave it for the starving, but I needed to hear you one more time.
In her private study, a preserved recorder waited. its pristine heads untouched since the old archivist's time. The reels turned, a low hum. Then his voice, clean and young, filled the silence.
If you are hearing this, May, the merge worked. I am not the same, but I am not gone. Thank you for seeing more than a stray. You gave my hunger a purpose. Guard the archive, not as a cage, but as a pantry for the next desperate kid who stumbles in starving.
The projection smiled, then scattered into soft golden light. The tape clicked to a stop.
A pantry, not a prison. I swear it.
She placed the silver tape back into the hidden slot, and for the first time in months, her tears felt warm. Time moved differently. In the sealed archive, above ground, Princess Archivist May was promoted, not for obedience, but for surviving the Ghost Archivist's domain.
Every night, I walk the shelves, and the hum of the reels feels like breathing. He's still in there, watching.
She would press her ear to the old reel cabinets. Sometimes a voice like Sora's would whisper a play so perfect it made her laugh. Among the academy students, the legend of the tape eater spread like a secret prayer.
My roommate swears she solved the Unger Matrix after leaving an apple by the basement grate. An apple. He never asked for much. Just a meal. And in return, he would feed you genius.
The whispers reached the Federation's council, but no analyst dared test the sealed doors again.
The archive isn't their prison anymore. It's his pantry, and I am the keeper.
She cataloged a new donated reel, a student's recording of a victory they couldn't explain, and added it to the growing collection. The archive had become what Sora asked, a pantry for the hungry. And somewhere in the stacks, a ghost nodded in approval. Years later, a new hunger crept into the capital. A girl no older than Sora had been, ribs sharp, eyes hollow, heard whispers of a ghost who traded genius for food. She found the basement door ajar, a faint golden light pulsing from within. The ghost let her enter. Her fingers traced the dusty shelves, stomach cramping, until they found a loose panel that clicked open. The silver reel rested there, still humming with a warmth that felt like a held breath. Attached was a faded note in shaky handwriting. Eat this, and you will never be hungry again. But you will also inherit a burden, a pantry of ghosts, and a ghost who watches. The orphan's hand trembled. Her hunger was a scream. The reel's glow was a promise. In the shadows, the ghost archivist watched. His lips did not move, but the approval was in the stillness. Her jaw unhinged. The tape touched her teeth. A single golden thread broke free, and the cycle, having never truly ended, turned once more, but the orphan paused. The tape held still a breath from her lips, as if the ghost had raised an invisible hand. From the shadowed aisle, the ghost archivist gave the faintest nod, a permission that asked for nothing but carried everything. Her eyes flooded with amber light, the same hungry gold that had once burned in a cleaner who bit a reel he couldn't resist. The silver reel glowed brighter, golden threads weaving toward her open mouth like a promise too sweet to refuse. But the moment held. The bite did not come. The ghost's approval was not a command. It was a choice left to the starving, as it always had been. He devours forbidden match tapes and becomes the world's most feared striker. A lone tape reel rested on a dusty shelf. Its glow, a quiet heartbeat to whoever is hungry. The glow pulsed once, and the screen went black. The archive settled into silence, its shelves exhaling a golden dust that never touched the floor. The ghost archivist walked the aisles, his form neither fully there nor fully gone, a keeper between hungers. The silver reel glowed on its shelf, waiting for the next empty stomach, brave enough to trust a ghost. No analyst came. The Federation had learned that some prisons are better left locked, and some librarians are better left fed. The legend grew, but the truth was simpler. A boy who ate what others feared had become the fear that kept the archive sacred. And in the quiet, the tapes hummed, 1,000 lost plays, a heretic's prison, and a hungry orphan's last gift. Sora's story did not end. It waited. It always waited. The silver tape's glow was a heartbeat. The note was an invitation. The choice was always theirs. So the archive breathed, a living pantry for the starving, guarded by a ghost who never stopped hungering, and the cycle, patient and gentle, turned onward through the dark. The ghost archivist's form flickered, a breath of gold between the reels. Neither boy nor coach, but something hungrier than both. Somewhere above, a student pressed an apple to the grate, and the archive hummed in thanks, a sound like a stomach finally full. The tapes held their secrets like coiled springs, each one a hungry mouth waiting to be fed the right question. May, older now, still visited the sealed door at dawn, leaving a single grain of rice on the threshold, a tithe to an old friend. She never saw him, but the grain was always gone by morning, and the air smelled faintly of burned magnetic tape. The Federation built a wall around the archive, but they left the basement grate unsealed. Superstition or wisdom, no one could say, and in the dark, the ghost archivist turned a reel, and 1,000 forgotten plays whispered their eternal stalemate. The cycle was not a trap, it was a pantry, and pantries need no masters, only the hungry, and the ghost who remembered. The silver tape waited, still glowing, still patient, still hungry for the next lost soul to find its light. He devours forbidden match tapes and becomes the world's most feared striker and the world's most gentle prison. The tape spun once, a silent revolution, and the archive exhaled. The ghost archivist did not need to breathe, but he remembered the shape of it, the ache of an empty stomach, the weight of borrowed genius. The shelves stood like ribs around a heart that beat in magnetic pulses, each reel a chamber of forbidden fire. The orphan girl, outside time, held the reel against her ribs, its warmth a second pulse beneath her own. He watched her choice unmade, a note still unread, a hunger still unanswered, and he did not interfere. Because the pantry was not a trap. It was a door that only the truly hungry could open, and only they could close. Above, a student named Rin taught the phantom pivot to a new generation, never knowing the ghost who fed her the first bite. The ghost archivist allowed himself a single, weightless smile, the kind that belonged to a boy who once ate a reel and changed the world. And the silver tape glowed on, patient as hunger, gentle as mercy, waiting for the next mouth that dared to eat the world's fear. The end. And so the archive remained, a quiet, glowing belly in the earth, digesting fear and spitting out genius. The ghost archivist did not age. He simply grew more translucent, more tape than flesh, more hunger than memory. The walls whispered stories to the darkness, of a boy who ate a reel and became a prison, of a princess who left grain on a doorstep, of a student who taught a pivot she never understood. And the silver tape, still glowing, still patient, promised that every orphan who stumbled into the dark would find not a trap, but a feast. The ghost archivist turned away, his smile a faint shimmer of gold, and the archive fell back into its eternal hungry slumber. Somewhere above, a girl with empty hands and a full heart leaned against the basement grate and whispered, "Thank you." The tape glowed brighter, and in the hush, the ghost archivist whispered back, not a voice, but a feeling, like the first bite after a long hunger. The cycle was not a circle, but a spiral, ever widening, ever feeding, ever gentle, and the screen, like the archive, held its breath and went dark.